So let's open up for Q&A. If you have a question, feel free to come up on stage and ask your question, and then I try my best to address it. Anybody have a question? Yeah, come on up. Come on up. Yeah.
So, what devices are you guys using right now?
So the devices that we're using right now are actually all supported on this platform. So Windows, Mac. I'm using an HTC Vive. Oculus Quest is a huge one. Oculus Rift, Rift S, Windows, all the Windows mixed reality headsets, Valve Index. Vive also includes Vive Pro and all those other things too. So pretty much all of the computer, PC, VR headsets that you plug into a computer. Pimax too. I think we had Wyatt using Pimax. And the Quest, which is like the big mobile headset that's really popular right now. Yeah, thank you for the question. Yeah. Any other questions? Yeah,
Another question.
Yeah.
So when you said cross country, where exactly you went through
Thank
cross
you.
country?
Yeah. Thank you for that. I lived in Seattle, like the Bellevue, Redmond area for Microsoft. So I went from there down to Oregon, did some classes there, down through California, Nevada, through Texas. My family and where I grew up is in Virginia, so I went to Virginia, and then I sort of hit Key West. So what I like to brag about is I went from Seattle to Key West, so the two diagonals of the country. And I did classes on my way towards the East Coast to pay for the trip. On my way back, I just did it for fun. I went to the Grand Canyon, went to New Orleans, and went to get Texas barbecue. It was a whole lot of fun. A life-changing experience that I would highly recommend for everybody.
When you said cross country, you meant like going to the roads with a car?
Yep, driving. Yeah, in my little Honda Civic.
Okay. I was thinking like running.
Oh no, I'm not Forrest Gump. No, I can't. Yeah, I can barely run to the end of the neighborhood. Yeah. Thank you for that though. Yeah. Any other questions before we break out into sort of just more intimate talks? Yeah, go ahead. Come on up.
So, how do you price the
Oh, your mic
what's
cut
the
out for a
pricing like?
second.
What's the pricing like for the virtual conferences?
The pricing for the virtual conferences, yes. So the pricing for the virtual conferences, we've started off at $10 for the first VR investment conference, just to see if people would pay for them, and we got 70 people. For the climate change conference, we charged 30, and we got over 100. For the next one, we'll probably continue. Well, it depends on what conference that we're doing. Actually, you reminded me of a good point that I have to touch on. So basically, what we're trying to do is take a conference in real life and take that pricing model and bring that into the virtual conference. Our VR arcade conference, we charge $200 for an attendee ticket because it's a business-to-business conference, and you get actual business value, deals, and connections, just like what we got out of it. You meet clients, you make sales, you make deals that help you bring your business forward in that year. We're actually announcing today here that we will be hosting a COVID-19 indie developer fundraising conference for all of the indie developers out there who have been affected by COVID-19. We understand that a lot of indie developers, I'm not talking about like the big, like they can sustain themselves and make enough revenue off of their store games. No, I'm talking about the indie developers who are still trying to make it, who might have something in early access, who might have, still in the process of going through a couple different prototypes, figuring out how to, make that game that'll sort of be popular and take off. Small teams, people who might still be doing part-time jobs or full-time jobs to sustain themselves, people who might be, living with their parents, things like that. Help those folks out so they can continue working in this very tough, honestly, very tough industry of indie development, because it does take a lot of time investment before you get a return, before you make something that people really come and support. So we hope to support those people. We're gonna accept applications for developers to. We're going to be sending out a survey and a sort of request for developers who may be interested in joining the fundraiser. So the goal is to get 10, at least start with at least 10 developers. Our GoFundMe goal is going to start at 10,000 so that each developer gets $1,000. And then we'll go from there. The more money we can bring in and get from sponsors, from companies, from just very generous people and donors, we'll try to increase that pool of developers who are able to get the help. So we'll be doing a call for developers, see if anybody's interested. And what the attendees get in return is like keys. Like so you'll be providing the attendees with keys to your games, and the developers will be holding presentations. They'll be telling people about their story, very similar to what we did today with our company and our team. And also we'll have an exhibition section outside where the art exhibit is at right now. And we'll have the developers sort of sit at their own exhibition booth. They will have marketing pictures. They'll have their Discord server invite links so that people can just click on the link and join their community and sort of join different communities and learn more about each of the different developers and talk to developers and artists and designers one-on-one and really just sort of get to know people. So I think that'd be a nice thing to do for the attendees and also for the developers. And we'll be holding that event this summer. We will be sending out the call for developers this week. And yeah, so if you're interested, let's see, probably if you're interested, feel free to come to our website or send me an email and then join our newsletter, and then we'll definitely send out the announcement when we launch the GoFundMe page and launch. Yeah. So thank you for that question, for reminding me about that announcement. Yeah. Cool. So the time is now 3:58. So I think we finished just in time. I think I'll end the Q&A there, but we'll go ahead and feel free to chat amongst yourselves. I'll be here, so if you want to talk more specifically about something, I'm very happy to chat for like another hour or so. Yeah, I'll be, or maybe we can go outside where it's a little more comfortable. The scenery is a little nicer. So yeah, we'll just play it by ear. Well, lastly, I just want to thank everybody. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Hope this was interesting. Hope you got something out of it. And we'll be doing more of these. We'll actually be doing similar meetups like this every week, partly to test the platform, but also for more networking and meeting people. Because that's what makes things happen is people, is guys. So, all right. Thank you, everybody, for coming.